I just thought I'd talk to you about some personal things, some that might be relatable to some. So here we are. I'm walking, obviously, and this is what I do. That's one of my daily hobbies. Like I said in my last vlog, it clears my head, helps a lot. I thought I'd be more open about the things that cause me to walk, like as far as like what troubles me sometimes with my depression. One thing I mentioned was my mom's passing 5 years ago and my dad a year before. It's never something to get over. There's always ways to cope. So in my last video I mentioned how I don't take antidepressants. And the reason for that is I have a long line in my family of mental illness, and as far as some taking advantage of alcohol and pills, so I'm not really wanting to rely on that. Currently been down about is I've worked at Goodwill for 6 years. Anyway, I got a new job a year ago before COVID, and I was working at an animal shelter. Just I wanted a change in my life, something different. I was really excited about it because it's my first job since Goodwill that I've had for so long, and before that I worked at catering for weddings. I had to go to the hospital because my leg was flaring up and it was like turning red and really hurting really bad. And my mom had a history of blood clots, and when I went to the hospital, they tested me and gave me a shot to see what my leg was doing that, and it was because I have inherited her disease called factor V, which is a blood clotting disease. I've had legs in my past since I was 20. Now it's like all those memories flooding back, and it's been really difficult. It could get really serious if I did have a blood clot, because it could travel to my brain and either give me a stroke. But that's one reason I try to walk too, is to keep my blood flowing in my legs. And I had surgery on my leg to where it's like not clotting at all. It just reminded me of all the times my mom would go to hospitals for her health, and it's just really fucking difficult. Whenever I did go to work, for my first job, I was depressed, so I just wasn't really talking to anybody. And of course, that made me look like an asshole or just unfriendly, which I'm not at all. I'm really a friendly person and down to earth. Me, that being my first 6 months there, basically 3 months of me not talking really and keeping to myself. I try to be nice and talk whenever someone says hey or whatever, but that's about it. And it just really changed their opinions of me, and which they didn't know, so I don't really blame them, but it's just really inconvenient timing, and it just sucks because I was like supposed to be my my new opportunity, and I was excited for it, and because of the health and depression, it just kind of ruined it. I tried to open up afterwards. They just wouldn't really give me a chance after. I quit. It wasn't just because of that, it was because of also took more patience than I thought working with animals. Being thrown into the rabid quarantine section, that was horrible. It was because I was unexperienced, and they basically just threw me in there. That's always something, it seems, and luckily I have my boyfriend that's been there supporting me and being there understanding. And when the doctor said it could basically kill me, if I'm not careful, Like I wouldn't really care if it took me or not at that point. And I try to do poems and stuff on the matter. That's kind of like a way of keeping her alive